Is that working? Is everything better now? Can everyone hear me now? Cool, I'm seeing messages. That's good. It's a good sign. If you're watching this, please type a 111 in the chat if you can hear me. Just want to make sure that everything's okay before I get started. Sorry for the delay. I promise we'll make up for it. Cool, cool, cool. You guys understand me clearly? Or no? Can everyone understand me? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I do apologize if the quality is bad. Um, Unfortunately, I cannot do anything about it at this current moment. I'm kind of in a crappy hotel right now, but it is what it is. I want to thank every individual for making it to this call tonight. How are you guys' day going? Type a 111 in the chat if you're having a good day. Also, please type in the chat where you guys are coming from, where you guys are tuning in from. And then we might have some people that are tuning in out of state. If you're not in AZ or in LA. Where are you tuning in from? Jeez. Do you have full bars on your phone? Okay. Nah, it's not gonna work. Yeah. So I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Thank you for everyone that's making it to the call tonight. Before I jump into everything, all the technical stuff and the personal development, I want to make sure that everyone that's new here understands how the live goes. First things first is we do jump in for about 10 minutes of personal development, and then we go into 5 minutes of just going over, discussing that, having a full, breakdown of how you feel and how that personal development video has impacted you in some kind of way. And then we'll jump into giving every individual the opportunity to ask questions, anything that they have, or they're having concerns with involving trading, any trades that they want me to look at, or concerns in general. And then we can jump into what happened yesterday, because a lot did happen yesterday, and then what we can be looking at for today's London session. So before I want to get into that, though, I want to make sure that we talk about something that is a little bit more important than that. I had just got off the phone with one of my good friends, Borja, who's out in Washington. Just going over the game plan for this year, especially in AZ, excuse me, and how we're going to attack it in a way that is optimal to our way of helping people and impacting that market. But one of the things that we wanted to talk about was energy, right? Being able to create an immense amount of energy that's positive enough to create a culture that everyone wants to be involved with, right? And one of the biggest influences to do that is creating this own energy within yourself. A lot of times individuals will mistake excitement for cockiness or overly confidence. Maybe some within that your loathing of your self-success and the chat is disabled in the stream. Can you guys type something in the chat box? Can you guys go ahead and type something in the chat box? Okay. Hold on. 1 second. If it is disabled, what I'll do is I'll attach a Zoom link that I'll do instead. Maybe that'll be better. Maybe a little bit more interaction. So, okay, chat box is working. What's going on? You guys can hear me, right? Or is it too choppy? Can you understand what I'm saying? It's not the right thing. Okay, cool. So you guys can hear me. All right. Just wanted to make sure. Hold on 1 second. I just attached the wrong link. Awesome. 1 second. I have to share this with the team really fast. For some reason, the team didn't get the right link. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, to dive back into what we were discussing, a lot of times what happens is individuals really don't know how to channel that excitement and that motivation into accomplishing their goals. And watching Alex Morton's IG live that he had at today, it created this sense of awareness on how to channel that energy to your goals, right? A lot of times, individuals won't even make goals. They'll just go into, life without a sense of direction. And there's nothing wrong with that. I am definitely for the individuals that just want to go to live life day by day. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking to accomplish certain things within your life, then it doesn't make sense not to set goals. That's like you wanting something but not knowing how to get it, right? And at the end of the day, if you're in this business, you're in this business to accomplish something, whether that's an extra $500 a month or you want to become the first millionaire in your family. Whatever it is, you have to create goals that match that desire, right? For all the individuals that have read Think and Grow Rich, chapter 2 talks about desire and how to manifest a definite desire so that you can create an abundance of whatever you desire, right? So if that's money, if that's fame, if that's businesses, if that's infrastructure and systems, whatever it is, if you desire it and you create goals to achieve it, it will manifest in reality. So the major key point that I wanted to talk about was directing that energy into whatever you're doing, right? A lot of times we get hit with a roadblock or a challenge and we just drop our energy, right? Our energy is completely gone. And I can speak from experience on that. When we take L's, when we take losses in the market, our energy is gone. But in all actuality, that is the wrong way to approach it. In order for you, and it took me a while to really understand that. It wasn't until today, last night when I was trading, where I really understood that you can be focused and driven, and you can still be so excited and so grateful that you have this opportunity. That's what I'm talking about. Is that if we turn the abundance of flexing, of boasting, of bragging, and turn that into a gratitude and faith, I promise you that excitement will become more genuine. That excitement will become pure because you're not focusing on satisfying yourself. You're focused on satisfying others or satisfying something that is greater than you, right? That's what faith is. Believing in something that is greater than you. Believing in a plan, believing in a religion, believing in a higher power that is beyond your understanding, right? So a lot of times, a lot of people lack faith. And I want everybody to understand that if you want to take this to the next level, you have to have faith. Because you can believe all you want. You can see all you want. You can write down the numbers all you want. But in all actuality, if you don't have faith that you are going to achieve what you planned out for, if you don't have faith that if you continue to work hard, you continue to struggle, and you continue to be persistent, that you will come out at the end of the tunnel, if you don't have faith that you will make it to where you want to be at December 31st, 2020, then you're not going to get there. You can have all the confidence that you want in the world. You can have a numerous amount of naysayers that believe in you, whatever. But if you don't have faith in yourself, if you don't have faith in something beyond you, you will never get to where you want to be. That is a fact, right? Check me if I'm wrong. The reality of it is that you have to develop some type of faith. Now, I'm not saying that it has to be spiritual, but it has to be something that is beyond you. Okay? So, when it comes to diving deeper into this, right, it was funny because I was just breaking it down with Lewis, is that I had to reevaluate my goals. You know, one of the things that I set, one of my goals for December 31st, 2020, it's possible, but it wasn't big enough. In all actuality, like, we have to create a goal that is so big that it scares you. That's the reality of it. That you would not imagine any other day that you would achieve what you just wrote down, what you just said, and it's so scary that you don't even know how to take the first step. So I had to reevaluate. I had to come back and be like, okay, well, I wrote this down. I know I can achieve that. I know that can happen. But am I really challenging myself? Am I really putting everything, foot forward, back against the wall, everything on the line for this? If that's the case, then your goals are perfect. But sometimes we have to go back to the drawing board and reevaluate, okay, what is so scary and so challenging. But if I did get to that point, when I do get to that point, my life will be changed forever. Right? So I broke it down. The goal that I completely changed was that I wanted to be able to get to my account to about $400,000 by December 31st. Very possible, especially with the way I trade and what I have in the account right now. But it wasn't big enough. In all actuality, that really wasn't big enough. So I had to reevaluate. I had to come back and just be like, what's really scary? So then I recreated it. Instead of it making just one end goal, I said I want this per month for the rest of my life. Period. That's it. It's a crazy number. I'm not going to go ahead and just boast and just say it because, at the end of the day, it's my goal and it's supposed to just scare me, not everyone else on this chat. But the reality of it is that it was scary. It gave me goosebumps. Seriously. I woke up in the morning after like 3 or 4 hours of sleep and I'm like, wow, that is terrifying. That is terrifying. But that's okay. I'm ready for that challenge. So in all actuality, we have to recreate the goal. The next thing that I want to drop into is the energy, guys. Like, seriously, the energy. We can be personally developing, but if you don't got the energy to go out there and attack the markets, go out there and attack, and find people that need your help, that are going through pain, going out there to just create a culture of positive individuals. If you don't have the energy to do that, then you're never going to get it done. Right? It's a fact. We have to start creating this energy, right? I'll text Lewis at like 12 o'clock in the morning with like all caps because that's how I'm feeling. Seriously, like that's how I'm feeling. All caps. Loud. Excited. Because you have to continuously bring that energy to the table in order for things to create and manifest in your life. So when you're on IG, same thing. Even when you're going to the gym, same thing. When you're working out, same thing. When you're talking to people have to feel that. People really have to feel that. And the only way that they're going to feel that is that you have to believe it within yourself. Right? So, really fast, we're going to watch actually, it's 10 o'clock. We're going to jump straight into it. Can everybody hear me? Type a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. Can everyone still hear me? Yeah. So cool. We're gonna jump straight into it. So, we're gonna skip the personal development side today, just because there was mishaps within the video stream. This one's gonna be a quick one because I want to dive deeper into the metrics of it, the technical side of it. I want to give every individual 5 minutes to go ahead and type any question that they have or concern that they have, whether that's in the markets, whether that's in a trade, whether that's within like advice or guidance that you might need as far as developing a schedule, set of habits, whatever it is. Just type in the chat box so I can go ahead and go over it, because I want to dedicate as much time as I can to you guys before we go ahead and get started on the London session stuff and dive deep into the trading side. Okay? So 5 minutes, everybody, please, please, please type any questions that they have.
You want to go, bro? Hey, do not mess with my discount.
Drive safe and save up to 30%.
Please be more specific on support and resistance. Is there something that you don't understand? Is there examples that you want me to go over? Please be specific because that is very general, and I want to make sure that I'm answering everything that you need as far as clarity. Thank you.
Jacob Lethal Beats.
If you manage a team, you have to try Monday.com. Monday.com is a platform to track every
One more minute, guys. One more minute. Alright, guys, so we'll go ahead and jump straight into it. Alright, guys, so the first question that I see is GBP odd and GBP cat waiting for break. Okay, so we'll take a look at that. GBP pairs have been great. I was in a GBP odd trade, but I got out closing yesterday at including the Euro GBP. Actually, let's calculate yesterday because I had 73 last time. Let's see. Because Euro GBP is still going. Yeah. Had it drawn right here. So actually, this trade is just now activating. So here's one trade that I called out yesterday. Okay, so this one still looks good. Perfect. Awesome. So GBP CAD and GBP AUD zones are still the same. Nothing's changed. Just patiently waiting on it to break the floor or bounce back up and break the ceiling. It's all about patience, guys. Just be patient. Promise you it will reward you. But we could potentially see something happening here. Okay, GBP AUD. Where did I sold it? I don't remember where I sold it at. I sold it right here for sure. But so actually, this is actually a trade that's good right now. Simply for the reasons that it's finished its retest. Let's see. Yeah, this one's heading down on the downside, so I'm gonna take a position on this. Yeah. So what happens is when you have a trade that's okay, so this is backtrack right here real quick, right? So my zones for my zones for GBP odd where this was the floor, which it broke and retested, and then as you see now, price has created a ceiling right here. This is an indication that price is going to continue to push down. Patience is key, guys. If you guys want, it's actually, hold on. Okay, let's redraw these. Okay, so for instance, right, if you want to redraw it, that's fine. We can do it that way. This is my new zone. One second, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. So this is my analysis for GBP odd. Okay, I can't focus with this music. Cool.
Shopping online, you're probably wasting money. That's why there's Honey, your smart shopping assistant that helps you save time.
If you don't have the pro version on TradingView, what is your advice on somebody who wants to set alerts? Get the pro version. Guys, like, it's worth it. Spend the $15 a month and buy the pro version instead of having Netflix and, Netflix and chilling with your girlfriend. Or the worst, and if you don't have a girlfriend and you're just Netflix and chilling by yourself. So I'm just playing. Just kidding. Yeah, get the pro version. It gives you 10 alerts. Call Levels app. I don't even know what that is. Okay. So this is my analysis for GBP odd. Very simple. Price has created a new level of resistance right here. So it shows indication that it is heading to the downside. But if you want to be safe, which is perfectly fine, you can wait for price to drop below this zone and retest, because that's the next zone that it has to retest. So just be patient. Let me set alerts. Okay. GBP CAD and GBP odd. GBP CAD is staying the same. Very simple. It's a clean setup. Just waiting for it to do break the zone to set price liquidity. Or yeah, call levels is free. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, you can do it that way. What was the next? Support and resistance. Okay, so P Money asks a question on support and resistance. That the reason why I don't really understand that question is because I don't necessarily know what you mean by that. So we'll jump into the next question. USD CAD. Let's look at that. Okay, USD CAD is staying the same as well. It's stuck consolidating in between this zone. So you could see a breakout in either way just because of how tight the consolidation is. You just have to be patient, guys, and just wait. Either way would be a big move, though. So I still like this one. We had GBP odd I just went over. USD JPY. This one was a little choppy yesterday. I traded it and kind of lost. Oh, but never mind. It dropped. So if you're in this one still, perfect. Stay in it and just trail the stop. If you want my reanalysis on it, I mean, there's really no reanalysis. It's on a downtrend. So it's probably the best reanalysis I can give you. Wow, all my trades yesterday were positive. There were no bad trades yesterday. So kudos to everyone was on the session yesterday. It was a really good day today. Yesterday, easily could have closed over 150 to 200 pips, depending if you were twin trading or not. Okay, cool. So that's my analysis on how to draw support and resistance. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, P Money, are you in the academy? The reason why I'm asking is because I have to make sure before I address your question. Okay. Also had Euro odd. That's good. Just like to keep going over it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So a key cool example for what I can give you on support resistance is this trade right here. As you can see, it's been in very, very tight consolidation, bouncing in between this level. I guess you can even say the level is like right here. Yeah, I guess you can say the level right So it's been bouncing in between this level right here, you know, up and down, up and down, up and down. So what you would do is you would trap price in between these two zones and wait for a move above or below the zone. So you're waiting for a break either below the floor or above the ceiling, right? So you have your ceiling right here and you have your floor right here. Basically, the rules of trading support and resistance. Find levels where price continues to reject support resistance or floor ceiling, right? And then after that, step 2 is draw zones. And they don't have to be perfect, right? You're looking for an approximation, not an exact place. After that, wait for break on the 1 hour chart. The reason why I say that is because sometimes if you wait on the 15 or the 5 minute, you'll get long wicks on the 1 hour, which just indicates that there is no continuous movement in that direction. After break, 1 hour, meaning candle closes above the ceiling or below the floor. Go to the 5 to 15 minute chart to wait for the retest, right? So within the retest, you guys have to understand that a retest has to create a new level of support or resistance, right? So, real quick, let me write that. Retest has to create a new level of support if price broke ceiling or if price broke the floor. Okay. Where the heck is the writing at? Are you serious? Just want to make sure that we're good on that. What the heck? Didn't write that down. Okay, cool. Let me just write it in the notes. Sorry about that. Can everyone still hear me? Make sure. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I'm just gonna write this down. Find levels of rejection within price and draw zones that represent a floor and ceiling. Next, you want to wait for the break on the 1 hour. Then go to the 5 to 15 minutes chart to wait for the retest. 4 a retest equals price creating a new level of support or resistance signifying I totally butchered that word. Signifying a start of a new trend or continuation. 5, twin trade with proper risk. Close first trade after 30 pips and move stop loss on second trade to 10 pip stop profit. Okay, so I will be going over an example of that shortly. Cool, let's post this. Okay, bam. All right, so you guys can take a picture of that really fast. Okay, 1 second. Awesome. So when you are trading this type of method, right, you want to pay attention on how can you capitalize on the most pips. So when I went over this yesterday, but I will go over it again. When you're trading, you want to make sure that you're giving yourself maximum opportunity to capitalize on that initial investment, right? So, bingo! When I look at this trade, oh my gosh, amazing, amazing, right? So I believe I took an entry. Ooh, I cannot remember. Where did I take an entry at? I want to give you guys the exact representation before I jump into everything. $290. Right, that's right. Yeah, 298. So roughly around here. I took my entry around there, and I entered twice. Okay, so I took 2 entries. Right, I split my 1 entry lot size into 2. Meaning that if you have a standard lot size, you split it into 0.5 on 2 trades. And I set a stop loss right here, I think. Yeah, around there, right? So my stop loss was right there. Okay, so immediately, wait, is this the right? Hold on, I don't think this is right. This one. I think this one is right. So I believe it was around right here. Okay, so I entered right here. Stop loss was right here. Okay, just go to the 15-minute. Bam. Okay, cool. Right, so I entered right here, right, and I held the trade. I entered 2 trades, right, and my goal is to at least get 30 pips on the first initial trade, right. So when that happens, count 30 pips from here. It was right around here. Okay, so I zero out my first initial trade, and then the next thing that I do is I move my stop loss to 10 pips stop profit on my second trade. Okay, so what that basically does is for this, right? So you'll get a trade that is going on a trend, and you'll get a retest, another retest. What does that indicate? A second potential entry that you can take on that trade. So I move my stop loss around here. Price basically rejected at this level. What does that indicate? Bam. Now I can move my stop loss here, which I just did. And if price comes up back to this stop profit, at the end of the day, I still capitalize on 15 plus pips on GBP/JPY. So, could you look at Euro USD? Yeah, I can take a look at it. So, when it comes to maximizing your profits, you want to make sure that you really are maximizing your profits, right? So, at the current point, I got 30 pips out of it, and now it's gone below 66. So, that means that an upwards of around 100 pips profitable if you close your orders right here, right, off of one trade, right? So then I go to Euro JPY, because that was another one I took. That's definitely not it. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Perfect, right? So Euro JPY, I actually got at the top, around right here. This was a sniper entry. It's perfect. And I set my stop loss right here. Okay? So I was directly at the top of it, right? So the moment I was in 30 pips profit, I think I held this one up to like 40. Yeah, around right here. I closed that first initial trade, and then I moved my second trade to 10 pips stop profit. So at the end of the day, if price came back down, it would hit my stop loss or stop profit, and I would capitalize on 50 pips on that trade. But now I can move my stop loss back down to this initial level of resistance or ceiling, and at the end of the day, I still capitalize on around 20 pips. So no matter what, 34, I'm sorry, 34. So no matter what, I'm still maximizing my potential on that trade, which on one trade, I could have got 70 pips. Or potential around another 130 pips. So on those two trades, you could have capitalized on a total of about 230 pips off of just two pairs, right? If you're twin trading. So do you guys kind of understand the knowledge on that, the basics on twin trading? When you're trading support and resistance, you want to make sure that you are going to capitalize on that investment. Euro USD. Cool. Let's take a look at it. This one's weird. Kind of really don't like this trade. It's indecisive right now. But if you really wanted to, okay, so this is my analysis on Euro USD. Depending on what happens, you could get a significant move, but I really don't see this pair going anywhere right now. There's just no volatility in it, probably due to the lack of orders going on within the pair. So yeah. Okay, cool. So this is my analysis on it. If price, significantly crosses this zone and retest, I will take an entry on that as well. Does anybody else have any other questions? Awesome. Yeah, no problem. Okay, cool. So I will be going over trades that I will be looking at today. Right now, first things first, I have Euro AUD. I like this pair because it is in a level of consolidation, floor, ceiling. So to draw it really fast. I hate how the harmonic scanner does that. So roughly around there, and then my floor. Right. Okay. So I'm waiting for price to break this zone and come back down, or I never really draw on the harmonic scanner, but it doesn't hurt to change it up a little while. Okay, so that's my analysis on GBP AUD. To go back to my initial drawing, yep, around this where I put it. Does anybody have any other questions in regards to anything on my analysis or anything like that? Anything else going on right now? Let's see. Euro NZD. Man. Oh wow, this is a great pair to trade. Who's in this right now? Is anybody in this right now? Is anybody in this right now? No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Am I still live? Let me make sure. Okay, so for right now, these are the only pairs that I will be looking at. Simply because there's, it's also Friday. We gotta also understand that, the market isn't really gonna. I want to say you can get trades in, but you got to be very hesitant, very careful to trade on a Friday. You can make money on it, but you got to also be very patient. I love this trade setup. It's amazing. I drew this up 2 days ago, and it still hasn't happened. So this is a potential for a late boomer today if it does break this zone. If not, then forget about it. Okay. Also, whoever's on the team in the Telegram, I will be sending these in a Telegram chat as well. If Chris does not post them on Price Trap, the reason why I did that last night is simply because Chris did not do a live stream that day, and I wanted to be able to give you guys some type of guidance into what trades might be good trades to take and what trades you should be probably looking at. But if he does post it on Price Trap, I will be doing it that way. Yeah. This is still a good trade to take. So yeah, does anybody else have any questions? It's really not much moving right now. Okay, if not, there's no questions. Perfect. Go ahead and put another one on here. Once again, I will be sending these trades out if Chris does not post them on Price Trap. Hope everyone has a wonderful London session. Thank you for making it in tonight. I do apologize for the latency and the lag on it. I wish hotels did have good Wi-Fi, but I want you guys to understand that I will be continuing to do these every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 days a week. We're going to continue the streak going. This will be done all the way up until December. You guys, I'm not switching it up. Being consistent with it because I want to be able to help you guys in any kind of way I can. I want to thank you guys for showing up today and allowing me to serve you guys. I want you guys to please go ahead and go to Christopher Derrick's live session. If he is doing one today, like I said, if he does not do one today, please go to Price Trap for updates. I will be posting snapshots of the trades that I will be looking at tonight in the Telegram chat. I want to thank every individual for coming in tonight. I hope everyone has a great London session. I hope everyone had a great week. Great start to the new year. I want to thank everybody. I hope everyone has a good night. I'll talk to you guys Sunday. See you guys later. Peace.